Hi to all. In this video we are going to see about AC servo motors. Before going for AC servo motor, what is servo motor? Servo motor is the actuators which will be used in control systems to operate the main motors. This is not a just like our uh, water pump motors or some other motors. It's not like that. It's a special type of motor. Okay, servo motor is also called control motors. Why it is called control motors? It controls the input signal to the main motors. Okay, so these motors are called control motors. They are used to in feedback control system as output actuators. Okay, and does not use for continuous energy conversions. In this motors, normally the other motors what we are using for domestic purpose or industrial purpose, the motors which will consume the electricity and it will give the mechanical power, that is rotational power as the output. But in the case of AC servo motor, it's not like that. Okay, that's the main difference between servo motor and actual that other motors. Okay, it's a special type of motors. The principle of servo motor is similar to that the electromagnetic motor. Okay, but the construction and the operations are different. Okay, working principle is same, but operation and construction is totally different from the other motors or regular motors. Okay, the power ratings also very less. Fraction of watts power to the few hundred watts. Okay, but in the case of other motors it goes up to 10 hp, 15 hp, like that. Okay, the rotor inertia of the motor is low and have a high speed response. The speed response will be very high, but inertia of the motor will be very low, because these motors are used in control system to response for the main motors. Okay, so if it is high speed response, then we will get more accurate outputs. Okay, that's the main purpose of servo motors. Okay, the rotor of the motor has the long length and smaller diameter. Okay, they are operated very low speed and sometimes even zero speed also. The servo motor is widely used in radar and computers, robots, machine tools, tracking and guidance systems, processing control, etc. There it is used as a supporting motor. Okay, not a main motor. Classification of servo motors, it mainly classify into two types. One is AC servo motor and DC servo motor, based on the supply voltage for the main motor. Okay, it classify into two types. There are classified into AC servo motor and DC servo motor. The AC servo motors are divided into two types: two phase and three phase servo motors. Most of the AC servo motors are two phase squirrel cage induction motor type. These are the use for low power applications. The three phase squirrel cage induction motors is now utilized for the applications where high power is required. Okay, this is the circuit diagram of servo motor, and this will be the torque versus speed characteristics. Okay, it's a linear one. Okay, so when the torque increases, the speed also increases. When the torque reduces, the speed also reduces, like that. Okay, va1 is greater than va2 is greater than va3. So based on voltage, it produces torque and speed. Okay, working principle of a servo motor. um, a servo consists of a motor, DC or AC, a potentiometer, gear assembly and the controlling circuit. First of all, we use gear assembly to reduce RPM and to increase torque of motor. Okay, to increase the torque of the motor and reduce the speed of the motor, we are going to use gear assembly. Okay, say an initial position of servo motor shaft. The position of the potentiometer knob is such that no electrical signal generated at the output port of the potentiometer. Potentiometer and servo motors are connected. Okay, when the potentiometer, sorry, when the servo motor rotates, based on that angle, the potentiometer, the resistance will be reduced. Based on that, it gives the output. Now, an electrical signal is given to another input terminal of the error detector amplifier. Now, difference between these two signals, one come from potentiometer, another come from the other source. Okay, will be processed in feedback mechanisms, and output will be provided in terms of error signal. Okay, this error signal act as the input for motor, and motor starts to rotating. Now, motor shaft is connected with the potentiometer, and as the motor rotates, so the feedback signal changes. After some time, the position of potentiometer reaches at a position that the output of potentiometer is same as the external signal provided. At this condition, this will be no output signal from the amplifier to the motor. Input, as there is no difference between external applied signal and the signal generated at the potentiometer, and in this situation motor stops rotating. Okay, whenever we need the fault, there are error amplifier will be present in the control system. In the control systems we have error amplifier. We have two signals for the error amplifier. One is reference signal, another is error signal. If there is no difference between the feedback signal and the reference signal, the output of the error amplifier will be 0. Whenever the feedback signal and reference signal values are differ, then the error amplifier will amplify the signal and give signal to the servo motor. Servo motors start to rotate. When it starts to rotate, the potentiometer connected to the servo motor will reduce the resistance. Then the value of voltage or current will be increased. So it is used for to improve more stability. Okay, all motors are three wires. Servo motors have three wires. Two wires for power supply. One is positive and negative, or phase and neutral. If it is a AC, phase and neutral. If it is DC, positive and negative. Another one, third one wire is called signal wire. Okay, servo motor is controlled by PWM, pulse width modulation, which is provided by the control wires. Control wire is the third wire. Okay, there is a minimum pulse, a maximum pulse, and a repetition rate. Servo motor can run 90 degree from either direction, form its neutral position. The servo motor expect to see a pulse with 20 milliseconds, and the length of the pulse will determine how far from the motor turns. For example, 1.5 milliseconds pulse will make the motor turn up to 90 degree. Okay, if it is 2, it 180 degree. Servo motors works on pulse width modulation principle, means its angle of rotation is controlled by the duration of applied pulse to its control pin. Basically, servo motors is made up of DC motor, which is controlled by the variable resistance potentiometer and some gears. High speed force of DC motor is converted into torque by gears. We know that work is equal to F into distance, force into distance. In DC motor, force is less and distance is high, and in servo motor, force is high and distance is less. Potentiometer is connected to the output shaft of the servo to calculate the angle and stop of the DC motor or required angle. So, servo motor can be rotated at 0 to 180 degree, in some cases 210 degree also, but it can be go to up to 210 degree depending upon the manufacturing. Okay, this degree of rotation can be controlled by applying electrical pulse. I told you here there are three wires. One is for two wire for power supply, and another one for signal. That one is called electric pulse. If the proper width to its control pin. Servo checks pulse in every 20 milliseconds. Pulse of 1 milliseconds. The pulse of 1 milliseconds, the 1 milliseconds, the pulse will be in I position. That time, which can rotate servo 0 degree. 1.5 milliseconds rotates 90 degree. If it is I for 1.5 milliseconds, the servo motor will rotate for 90 degree. If it is for 2 milliseconds, then it rotates for 180 degree. Okay, so servo motor is a supporting motor which will useful for stabilizing the output for a given